What's up, YouTube? We're back with another episode of What the Hell Am I Doing? And this week I did that right. So we're back with another episode of Spicy Sports Bets. And, once again, last week I won. So unfortunately for you guys, I am not doing a punishment this week. But I did, however, do a bonus video for you. So if you guys missed it, make sure you check out the video that I posted early Monday morning last week, because it was a long weekend for us here in Ontario. Go check out the video. I posted a video showing how to germinate pepper seeds with a high success rate. And if you're thinking about starting a garden or have had problems germinating seeds, please check out that video. I think I give some good tips that'll help you get going. My garden is 100% ready. All my plants have broken ground. So this year I had a 100% success rate with my seeds. And I'd say about 85% of them germinated within 2 weeks. And all of them broke ground within 17 days, with most of them being by the time I did the video the other day. So yeah, if you want help, check out that video. This week, we're back. We're doing more UFC sports betting. And, I'm going to put it all on the line this week because I keep putting it on the line and things aren't working out. So, unfortunately for you guys, you just have to keep hearing me pick correct fights. Maybe that'll end tonight, because tonight I'm going to pick a heavyweight fight. It's UFC Fight Night tonight. And Derrick the Black Beast Lewis, he's a monster. He's got them hot balls. If you guys know what I'm talking about, laugh away. If not, look up the video. One of the fights way back, well, I guess it's way back now. After the fight, he took off his shorts during the interview, and they asked him why, and he said, "My balls was hot." So, yeah, that's why he's known as that now. But he's a great personality. He's a pretty good fighter. He's a very powerful fighter, and he makes for exciting fights with the right opponents. Sometimes styles don't make the fights. You know what I mean? Well, there's that old saying, but I'm going to get it wrong now. And he's fighting Curtis Blaydes. And this fight has two contrasting styles. And for one of these guys, it's going to make the fight, and for one of them, it's not going to make it much of a fight. Curtis Blaydes, I believe, is a more rounded fighter. I believe that he has a good stand-up game. He's a big man. He's a powerful man. And he's also got a pretty good wrestling game. So he also has that ability to control fighters, dictate if the fight's going to be on the feet or on the ground. And that adds an element to the game that I think a lot of guys underestimate. And a lot of fans don't understand if they're casual. But if a guy has any level of wrestling that's dangerous, it adds a lot of element of doubt to a game, to a guy that relies on his power and his striking abilities to win. And that's what makes this fight interesting, because Derrick Lewis at one point was a guy that was maybe considered as a title contender or on the fringe of being one. And he's had some bad fights and he's had some letdowns, but he's a great personality. He's a very likable guy. And he's also had some good wins. So he does have that puncher's chance. That is something that exists as a very realistic possibility, because he's a heavyweight, and that's the way heavyweight fights go sometimes. And a guy like Derrick Lewis, that's, sometimes that's the story and that's the journey. So there's a chance for him to be a victor tonight because of his power. If he can land a shot early, if he can do that, yes, it can happen. But the problem is that Curtis Blaydes is a way more rounded fighter. And if that doesn't happen early, or if Curtis Blaydes manages to get a takedown or some kind of octagon control early because of his wrestling abilities, then it's going to change the fight drastically for Derrick Lewis. And I think it eliminates a lot of his paths to victory. Unless he's got something up his sleeve, or he's in better shape than usual, because he's not in the best shape. No offense to Derrick Lewis. He's, he has his thing, but he certainly does not have a gas tank to do it at a certain level for 5 rounds. And, a guy like Curtis Blaydes could easily zap that away with his wrestling, or even just holding him against the wall and using octagon control to zap him. Because just making him fight him off all the time is a way to zap a guy's energy and take some sting out of his punches. So that's something that's a realistic possibility in this fight. Personally, I look at this fight, I just see Blaydes as a better rounded fighter. I think at this point he's expected to do more. He should be one of the guys that should be in contention for a hot title shot if he wins this fight. Obviously, Jones will get a shot ahead of him, and Stipe and Ngannou have unfinished business. But if Blaydes wins this fight decisively, he gets right into that mix, and whatever happens with Jon Jones, I would suspect he'll be after. Or maybe he'll be involved with Jon Jones coming in. Who knows? But, yeah, I think Blaydes is a much more rounded fighter compared to Derrick Lewis. And for that reason, I'm going to pick him tonight. And I'm going to bet one of the Chili Cherry Nightmare chocolate bar pieces on this fight. I'm not betting 3, Pierre. I'm betting 1. Because this fight's just a heavyweight fight. It really has no clout and what's going to happen next in the division, because really Jon Jones is what's going to happen next. And everything else is going to be on hold, really. So tonight's just a night of fights and entertainment. And I'm picking this fight to at least maybe have to suffer a little bit next week for you guys. So that's why I'm going to put my bet on Curtis Blaydes. Although I am kind of picking the safe fight, I think. But like I said, Lewis has that knockout power, and he could catch him once, and it could be, bad situation right from the start, and it could be game over. And I don't put that past Derrick Lewis at all, and it won't shock me if he finds a way to win. But that being said, I do believe Curtis Blaydes is the better rounded fighter, and I think he should have the tools to win this fight and dictate where it goes. So that's my pick for today. So now, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the last video, which was my germination tips video, or you can go with a video before that, see my last picks that I picked correctly, or you can check out this random video here. And depending on what happens tonight, maybe we'll see a punishment next week, or maybe you'll see a review video, or maybe I'll take a week off. We'll see. Let's see how the fights go. Make sure you check them out. Thanks for tuning in.